Hey, welcome. If you're running an HVAC business, you know better than anyone that the phone is your absolute lifeline. So today, we're going to talk about some incredible new technology that's turning that lifeline into a serious growth engine.
I want you to just imagine this for a second. It's 10 p.m. A potential customer calls your business, but instead of going to voicemail, an AI voice agent picks up instantly, answers their questions, books the job, and puts it right on your calendar. You just made money, literally while you were sleeping.
So in this quick explainer, we're going to break down exactly what an AI voice agent is, how it's totally transforming HVAC businesses, and how you can get one set up to handle every single call, qualify your leads, and seriously boost your bookings, all without having to hire any extra staff.
All right, let's dive right in. Before we even get to the solution, we have to be really honest about the problem. See, for so many HVAC companies, the biggest drain on revenue isn't the competition. It's the phone system. It's like a leaky bucket, slowly dripping profits away.
Let's start with a number that might actually shock you. Up to 30% of calls to HVAC businesses go straight to voicemail. Just let that sink in for a second. Nearly a third of your potential customers hear that beep. And what do you think they do? They hang up and they call the next person on the list. Every one of those is a job you never even had a shot at.
And you know what? That 30% is really just the tip of the iceberg. These little revenue leaks, they're everywhere. You're missing calls on nights and weekends. You're paying for expensive call centers that give, a pretty inconsistent experience. Your team's too swamped to follow up on open quotes. And don't even get me started on the chaos of hiring for peak season, right? It's a mess.
But what if you could plug every single one of those leaks for good? Well, that's exactly where AI voice agents come in. And I want to be super clear here. This is not another answering service, and it's definitely not one of those annoying robotic phone trees that everybody hates. This is a whole new ballgame.
So what is an AI voice agent really? Think of it like the perfect receptionist. It's a super smart conversational AI that answers 100% of your calls. It actually understands what the customer needs, whether it's an emergency repair or just a question, and it can take real action 24/7. It never calls in sick, and it never has a bad day.
Let's just stack it up against the other options so you can see the difference. Voicemail? Come on, let's be honest. It's a lead killer. A live answering service is, okay, it's a step up, but they can't handle multiple calls at once, and usually they're just taking a message. But the AI agent, look at this. It's always on, it can handle tons of calls at once, it actually qualifies the lead, and this is the game changer. It plugs right into your CRM to book the job right then and there.
Okay, so we've established it answers calls, but that's not the really exciting part. Now, let's look at how this technology goes way beyond that, to actually automate the growth of your business. This is where it becomes a true multiplier. This is where the magic really happens. Your AI agent is smart enough to tell the difference between a no-heat emergency and a routine tune-up call. It asks the right qualifying questions, books appointments, and can even answer all those common FAQs about your fees or what brands you service. But wait, there's more. It can automatically follow up on old quotes, call past customers to upsell maintenance contracts. It can even route calls to the right tech based on zip code, so your guys aren't wasting time driving all over town.
And if you're sitting there thinking, wow, this sounds really complicated to set up, it's not. The process is unbelievably simple. You just connect your existing business number, pick a natural-sounding voice you like, give it some basic info about your services, and then you go live. Most businesses are up and running in just a few hours, not the weeks it takes to find and train a new person.
That's all great, the features are cool, but what every business owner wants to know is what are the actual results? What is this going to do for my bottom line? Let's talk numbers. Okay, let's start with efficiency. Listen to this from Tim at Aurora Energy Solutions. He said his AI agent cut his team's workload by nearly 100 hours in a single month. Just think about that. What could your team accomplish with an extra 100 hours? They could be focusing on the big ticket jobs, not just answering phones. And the impact on revenue? It's just as dramatic. And these are real numbers, by the way. Summit Climate booked 32 new installs in just 10 days. Belay Green got 19 new jobs just by following up on their old quote list. And get this, Dream Home Reno added an incredible $600,000 in revenue in 90 days. All of it without hiring a single new person. Hey, remember that leaky bucket we talked about in the beginning? Well, one of those companies, Summit Climate, saw their missed call rate drop by 98%. That's not just plugging the leak, that's rebuilding the whole bucket. Every single potential customer gets an immediate professional response, turning a missed call into a booked job. So, all of this, it brings us to one last really critical thought. After seeing what's possible, you kind of have to ask yourself a tough question about the most important tool in your entire business.
So here's the question. Right now, is your phone your biggest liability? The thing that's missing calls, losing leads, and costing you money every single day? Or is it your greatest asset? A 24/7 sales and scheduling machine that captures every single opportunity and drives your growth even while you sleep. Because the technology to make it your greatest asset, well, it's not some far-off future thing. It's here, right now. This breakdown was brought to you by us here at Voiceonic. If you're ready to get your own AI employee and see what it can do for your business, just head over to voiceonic.com.